Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Austin here. Today I'll be reacting to Hermitcraft 8, Episode 28. Finish it. Now I'm not too sure what this means exactly, but this video is by Mumbo Jumbo, and if you do want to support him, the link to the video that I'm reacting to today will be in the description below, so you can just follow that link. I highly suggest that you subscribe to him. Also, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you like my videos, please subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later if you want to. Enjoy the video.
The previous Hermitcraft episode was weird. We discovered that there is in fact Sports Horse, are you trying to push me into the bottom hole? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. This Hermitcraft episode is starting off a bit weird as well. Let's try again. We discovered that the bottom hole is no longer a bottom hole. It has bedrock down at the bottom, but the bedrock is in fact not actually bedrock. We noticed that the moon could look potentially a bit bigger, but we're not entirely sure. Green gave me a hug and he made a funny noise and it scared me. And most importantly, we built an absolutely enormous upside down boat above the Big Eye Crew town in retaliation to the bedrock prank that Tango built in the bottom hole. This is beyond ridiculous. There are so many mobs down here. This is so dead. Oh my goodness.
Wow, look how many zombies.
And I'm a golden
crazy.
carrot. I'm a golden carrot with a green mustache. As I say, the previous Hermitcraft episode was weird. So I'm going to do everything
Probably
in my
weirder
power
than
to
you
make
would
this Hermitcraft
like to
episode
admit.
significantly less weird. Yeah, this is the wrong thing to be riding while I'm saying that. I can let you go, because this is going to be a non-weird Hermitcraft episode, okay? You stay there. Time to think of something that isn't weird. Paths aren't weird. I'm fairly certain that paths aren't weird. And these trees certainly aren't weird. These are lovely. That is... oh, look at that. That is a good tree. That is... if I were a tree, I would want to be that tree right there. But instead, here I am.
I thought you
Look at
didn't
me,
want
I'm
this
hideous.
episode to be weird.
For a
and
Hermitcraft
then you
episode that's
just-
meant to not be weird. This is getting off to a very weird start.
Yeah.
Seriously, I really want to build up some paths, and I really want to build up some custom trees around my mountain here. I definitely think that will improve the look of this thing and make it considerably cooler. I absolutely love this build. I think it's gorgeous, and I definitely think that details like that, just those tiny little details, we don't even need that many of them, I think we'll just take it right the way up to the next level. So I've been working
Nice.
on this for about half an hour now, and I think there's one...
I can't get over the fact that his face is orange. I can't get over that. It's ridiculous.
aspect that I hadn't really thought of that really brings this place to life, and that is the fact that not only do these pathways look really cool, because they do look super cool, they also make it so that you can actually walk up to one of the buildings, which makes them look so much more lived in. For example, this one here, it looks cool, but it looks slightly lifeless because there is absolutely no way to get up there, whereas just adding that little pathway there has made this one feel so much more real and actually built into the landscape. It seems super obvious, but these are the sorts of details that I tend to miss because I'm much more of a big picture person than like a detail-orientated person. So let's keep working. Okay, this is a tiny bit of a cheat, but I couldn't think of a way to get a path up here, so I've just imagined that the people are walking around inside this giant mountain. But hey, it kind of looks cool. And having to walk through a mountain to get to your house is about as epic as it gets. So with a solid start started, it's time to engage full speed mode.
With an epic start started. What? I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that before.
And full speed mode means super fast time lapses. You see, I'm trying my best to keep my time lapses to around about 30 seconds because even though it is slightly depressing, compressing multiple hours of work into just 30 seconds of video, I'm going to be real with you, I find time lapses quite boring. Any time lapse that is longer than about 30 seconds, I find myself looking at my phone, I find myself clicking off to other windows. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, me
I
too.
even get bored of my own time lapses, so I'm experimenting with this. Let me know what you think. The time lapse is now over, so let's get back into the action. And the action is building custom trees, which, yeah, I don't think anyone has described building custom trees in Minecraft as action or action-packed before. But, you know what, I'm going to try my best. If I had an editor, I'd get them to put, like, an explosion behind this tree, but I don't, so I'm not going to. You're just going to have to imagine it. If I had the budget, though, you best believe Fortunate Son would be playing. Anyway, custom trees aside, we've got all of the pathways in place and a handful of custom trees, and it looks really good. Like, the time spent, if we compare these two, this looks so much more alive than this.
Yeah.
It is crazy, because
Yeah, it
I
looks a
actually
lot
prefer
better.
this side's houses.
Yeah.
Like the times.
Yeah, look at this. There's like a bunch of paths and whatever on this side, but on this side there's nothing other than the houses. So yeah, this side does look way better just because of the fact that there's a path. But a total side note, why the heck is half his door open? Is it just like a...
If we
No, he got closer and it's still open. Okay.
compare these two, this
Oh,
looks
now it's
so much
closed.
more alive than this. It is crazy because I actually preferred this side's houses. I thought they looked better. But now that I have all of the bits connecting them up and the little trees added into the mix,
His orange face is still...
this is like night and day. This looks so unfinished. Who's opened my
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's what I was saying.
door? What on earth? What? Something's opened my door again. What? Oh no, I'm just... What? It's the egg! Surely it's not the egg. It totally is the egg.
What?
It's you! This guy right here has hacked into my super secret Batman door. That is an episode of the Batman series that I missed. When a chicken's egg foils the location.
Hey, maybe that was Poultry Man. Throwback to season 6. It could have been Poultry Man who did that. You don't know.
Okay, absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, back to my custom trees and things. These do not come naturally to me. I really did try my best to create something unique here, and I actually think they look pretty good. I really like the way that the leaves kind of drop down. I quite like this color combination, and I tried to give it kind of patterns and things. I like them, so I'm going to stick with them for the build. I wasn't sure at first. I tried a handful of different designs, but this is the one that I'm genuinely incredibly pleased with. And can I just say,
to be honest, I don't really care what design he uses for his trees.
Such a sweet little place. Anyway, it's time for me to do some thinking.
They're gonna
I need
look
to build up the
pretty
bridge that
decent
will
either
connect
way.
up both sides of our armchair here. And I'm really not sure what to go for in terms of the look. Let me have a think about this. I think I'm getting somewhere.
A total side note, what doesn't make sense whatsoever about the end crystals is that you don't take damage if you're below them. Like, think of it this way. If you were to explode something in real life and you were below it and there was nothing else other than whatever whatever the thing was exploding, like let's say you have something that you have exploding, just because you're diagonally just because you can diagonally look up and see the table, that doesn't mean you're not gonna feel any pain after it explodes.
Yep. I've thought of something.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's nothing like the killing of innocent pigs to get the creative juices.
But I guess Minecraft isn't always too realistic. I mean, there are skeletons and zombies and giant spiders, so not everything about the game is totally realistic, but
A new project can't
that's
start
fine.
unless at least 8 animals have been splattered across the grass. But my statistics prove that I'm a good man with a clear conscience. But out of pure curiosity, though, I mean, I recently deviated from my beloved potatoes, and it's had some interesting results. What if I were to, you know, get my hands on a piece of pork chop here?
please
I mean,
don't do
I know
this.
I'm all about the peace, love, and plants, but these were harvested incredibly ethically. The most ethically. So I think it's
I don't even want to look.
Those pigs died of natural causes. It would be a shame to waste them, honestly. You know, I wouldn't want to leave those pork chops there to despawn. I actually think it's what the pig would want. You know, I feel like I'm doing the pig a favour. I'm doing this for the animals. I do feel a little bit bad, though. You know, I know they died of natural causes, but I feel like I could have been the natural cause. I think maybe it's best that I don't tell anyone that this happened.
What is that?
This happened.
What? What in the world is that?
Is there? Oh, it's actually there. That's actually real. That's actually me. Okay, well, it's fine. You know, it's absolutely fine. All I have to do is just eat the golden carrots, and then I will be back to being a golden carrot, and nobody will know. Don't look at me. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Here goes. Golden carrot, golden suit, orange face. No, pink face. And same old suit. This is an issue. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. Nobody has noticed just yet. There are 2 people online. That's fine. We can kill them. We can kick them from the server. It's absolutely fine. Not an issue. I do still have my old tater head. Okay, we can cover this up. And I'm back to being my same self. Bit of a bigger head. Slightly pinker hands.
Or he could just switch his skin back to what it was.
I think I'm okay. No one is going to know about my slight porky mishap. I guess if I'm stuck like this, I might as well have another nibble. Oh, that's gorgeous. Peace, love, and pork? No? I feel like that's a no. Right, I'm going to crack on with the pathways and all the custom trees and everything like that on this side. And then we can try our hand at some bridge building. Or should I say, try our trotter at some bridge building. But you know, all of these transformations, they have got me thinking. You know, I ate a golden carrot, and I became a golden carrot. I ate a piece of pork, and I become a pig. I mean, I would like to be human again at some point during this season. You know, I've been a potato since episode 2. It's got to the point now where my human skin looks weird. It would be nice to not be a vegetable or just be a person.
I agree, but it depends on how you do it.
I mean, that is really pushing the boundaries of peace, love, and plants, isn't it? You know, you can probably see what I'm thinking, and that is... couldn't be much further from peace, love, and plants, really. I think I'm going to stay a pig for now, but keep that in the back of my mind. One thing's for certain, though. This pig really enjoys building pathways and custom trees. I never thought I would say those words, but building up.
Hey, that's
all
something
of
that
these
Gordon
things
Ramsay
here,
uses as an insult
it's been
sometimes.
so much fun. I have spent hours agonising over the details, and I've loved every second of it. I also tried my best to include a huge amount of actual, real pathways, and this is honestly one of my favourite little runs on the entire server. I mean, I can go all the way up here, I can then make my way up through here as well. You just kind of snake around between all of the houses. It's wicked. And just like I said on the other side, when I'm stood down here, looking up at this, you've got the trees, you've got these lovely little homes, it makes me want to live here. I really want to live here. This is incredibly cool. It's something that I'm very proud of. I've pushed myself outside of my comfort zone once again. I mean, custom trees. Me. Custom trees. My tea flip-flops have become tree place blocks. My slime block launchers have become trunks and branches. And my piston feed tapes have become gradients of green shades. I think it's safe to say I'm a changed man. But my jokes are still terrible. I haven't changed that much. I have come up with a bit of a plan, though. I'm just looking around to see if I've actually got the resources for it. Leather, feather... I need an ink sack. Why do I never have ink sacks? I should keep ink sacks in my valuables chest because it is the one thing that I have the least amount of. Oh, well, that's just cruel. Thankfully, after doing some more digging around in my storage system, I found some, and now
he says that while being fully in green storage system.
As you know, I've recently created some custom trees, and these are some of my first custom trees, so I genuinely would like some constructive criticism and feedback on them so that I can improve. Grian is currently online, and as he won the tree war, he seems like a good person to ask for feedback on trees. I will get him to submit.
Wait. So you remember how he put his own head like where you'd usually put the helmet or whatever? You can still see what his real face looks like if you press tab.
Won the tree war, he seems like a good person to ask for feedback on trees. I will get him to submit his score here and also sign down at the bottom here as well, and that part is incredibly important because if I make my way over to page 20, there is a small amount of small print. You know, it's a small amount of small print, so it's incredibly small. You barely notice it, but it does mention harvesting of souls, so that I could potentially become a human again.
Well, why don't you just harvest souls from soul sand?
An important detail that you probably wouldn't want to miss, but
then you
I'm
wouldn't have
trying
to
to make
kill
sure that he
anybody.
misses it because I'm the CEO, and that is a CEO maneuver. You see, I've been thinking a lot about what I said during the time lapse and about the fact that I think I'm going to stay as a pig for the time being. Look at me. I'm horrendous. I don't want to stay like this. I want to be back as a human. I'm going to try and get back to being a human, and this seems like the best way of doing it.
Here he is. Say to himself.
Wait. His voice sounded
Way
weird.
of doing it.
Here he is. Say to himself.
What?
I don't know why that's the funniest start to anything. It's just, here he is.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you.
Look, dude,
Okay,
I
now
really
his voice
appreciate
sounds
you just
normal.
give me a bunch of bottles of enchanting. I had to walk all the way to the savannah to be able to repair my elytra. This is the pain that I'm going through for the Peace, Love and Plants thing. It's horrendous.
Yeah, you keep those and never keep me waiting ever again.
yeah. This is not a selfless act. This is because I've
No, yeah,
inconvenienced you. Yeah.
I've been waiting here 20 minutes because of your Peace, Love and Plants.
Dude, on the topic of plants, okay, I thought I would come to you, Tree Lord himself, because you, as the winner of the Tree War.
Oh, okay. I was looking side to side because like there's Pearl and Scar that are like shrugging right now. They go, what?
No. You are officially the Tree Lord of the Hermitcraft server, I would say.
I appreciate that.
I've built some custom trees, and I would like your feedback on them. Things that I could improve, things that I could do better, things that I've done well.
No goofs. Serious feedback here. No
this
goofs.
is as serious as it gets. There's no goofs here. There's like no ulterior motives as to why you're here either. Like this is 100%. This is the only reason that I wanted to talk to you.
Okay. You mentioned that you wanted some feedback. You know what? I saw these on the way up here because I had nothing to do while I was waiting for you to go to the savannah to get XP.
Yeah.
And honestly, Mumbo, these are really, really good. These are genuinely very good. I only have one bit of feedback to give. Like, the shape is good. The selection and mixture of leaves are very good.
Cool.
The only thing I would say is that you can create a gradient by putting the darker leaves on the bottom and then steadily moving them lighter as you go up. And all that does is make, like, people look from the bottom to the top. So it makes your trees look a bit taller, even if they're not.
The
so if you look over,
it's always
if
the
you
gradients.
look over there, it's always the gradients. This is something Pearl taught me, by the way. So if you look over at mine, at the bottom there's just predominantly spruce, but I've got birch layered on top of them, and it creates just a little bit of layering. And that's probably the only thing. You've got a good mixture of leaves. It's just about leveling them up.
Yeah, I kind of went for the more kind of like random. I tried to have some kind of pattern because when I went truly random, then it looked a bit weird. So I tried to have like kind of like dark zones and like streaks of darkness. But yeah, if I had been a little bit smarter about it, and yeah, that's a good point. Why is it always? It's always. Do you know how it goes? Like I get halfway through a build and then I remember that I probably should have gradiented it, and then that's like the story of my life. Well, okay.
There's also another thing you could do.
Yeah.
Is just a small thing. It's just using the 6-sided logs.
Oh, they do look better.
They look slightly better. That's easy to change though.
Do you get the same amount of wood, or do you get some lossage?
You lose a log.
There is a tiny bit of lossage there. I am a cheap man. This is the thing. I do things on a budget. my budget custom trees.
What's going on with your hands?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, you can see those. Nothing.
Yeah. You got pink hands.
Yep. It's just.
They look like claws.
Oh, you know,
Are you ill?
I forgot. I totally forgot. I got sick new gloves, and what do you think? You can also include these in the rating of the custom trees. I've got gloves. They're.
Oh, you want me to write down the rating?
You can do. You can rate my gloves, rate my trees, and rate my gloves. Look, here we go. Look, I'll pass this to you. This is the official. This is how official this is. Okay.
Please rate my trees.
Yep.
Submit your score here. Out of what?
This is a good question, Grin. It would be out of 10.
Okay. Well, if there's, I'm gonna give it 89 out of
89. That's Okay, that's good. That's good. I thought it was out of 10.
Very good.
But okay. Good.
Well, you didn't stipulate that, so now it's 89 out of 100. In fact, it's actually going to be out of 101 now.
So I've just lost the point.
You lost the point.
Okay. Have you factored the gloves into that, or is that without the gloves?
Yeah, weird gloves. That's where the extra point came from.
Oh, okay.
Very good. Weird gloves.
Yeah. And just to be clear, you have to make sure that you sign this one as well. The signing is very important because otherwise, I wouldn't know that it would come from the Tree Lord.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that. And sign here.
Yep.
All right. What's the last thing? So I've got very good.
He has
weird
no
gloves,
idea,
gradients,
does he?
please.
Yep.
6-sided logs. There you go. That's my
Some good
feedback.
This is
89 out of 101. Very good. Weird gloves, gradients, and 6-sided logs. You don't really, Mumbo. I'm genuinely really impressed. Your base looks amazing.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me sign this.
I'm trying my best. This is. What is your signature is amazing. That is absolutely fantastic, and that's actually very accurate for what that signature is. This is good. This is excellent news. Fantastic. Well, thank you ever so much for popping over and rating my trees and
That's all right.
providing me with what you have just provided me with. That is
What does that mean?
nothing. You can just go on your way. Head on your way.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you're very welcome, and I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's all done.
Yep.
He legitimately has no idea what he just did to himself.
Maybe you fix the gloves.
Well, they will be fixed actually very soon, thanks to you. They will be fixed very soon indeed. I'm trying to mysteriously walk away, Grin. Oh, you're still here. Do you have a leave? No, you're the one that's being mysterious. Well, I think it's safe to say that went incredibly well. Not only did Grian, Lord of the Trees, actually like my custom trees, giving them a pretty impressive score of 89 out of 101, but I also managed to have a very effective disguise despite my gloves almost giving the game away, and importantly, I managed to get his signature. Now, I'm not sure this is his official signature, like on his bank account. I'm not sure this is what it looks like, but if he signed on the dotted line, whatever that signature may be, then his soul is mine. And hopefully, if I manage to get that from him, then I can gradually start becoming a human again. But of course, that does involve killing him. So we're going to have to get creative here, because I still don't want to kill him with my hands, with my pink trottery hands. I'm not interested in any slicing, or axing, or chopping, or punching. We're going to have to do this making use of redstone or other devices. Did somebody say other devices? Whatever happens, that is another project
That's
for
what I
another
was
day,
thinking.
because we have still got a beautiful bridge to build, spanning the area between
Yeah, I
the two
wonder where
arms of
it's...
the armchair. I think it's safe.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's gonna end up doing, but, you know, let's see what he does.
Put it off for long enough. So the first plan of action is to work out the bottom height of the bridge, because I plan on making this a kind of drooping drawbridge. It's not a drawbridge at all. That is completely the wrong word. What is it called? And it's not a truss bridge. It's a rope bridge. Of course it's a rope bridge. That makes a whole ton of sense. Now I'm going to try my best to absolutely freestyle this in terms of the geometry of it. And I don't think anything's going to go wrong here. I think this is going to be perfect. I am completely miles off already. I've even managed to build it wrong. Like, it's in the wrong place. It's too far over to the left. That's not the worst start possible. But despite this, I've persevered, and I now have a lovely gradient running from this side here over into the center. At least I think it's a lovely gradient. It feels like a lovely gradient. It smells like a lovely gradient. And it tastes like a lovely gradient. The question is it really a lovely gradient?
I thought he said he didn't want this episode to be weird. And then he's like, this tastes like... Okay, Mumbo, whatever you say.
It is quite a nice gradient. It's even got like that sort of, that rope bridge, drawbridge, truss bridge, I've forgotten what bridge it is, vibe. I was right the first time. Yeah, it's a good old rope bridge. It's got that rickety rope bridge vibes, and I like it. And now the other half is in, and it's feeling like a half pipe. This, I think the issue is that the edges are just too clean. So I think they need to be like chopped up a little bit, so that it doesn't feel like a perfectly solid thing. This has helped enormously. Okay, I think we actually need more holes going through the middle as well. This should be potentially slightly lethal. How does it look from afar? It looks pretty good. I can't help but see it as a smiley face though.
Okay, now that he's mentioned it, I see it as that too. But right now, I think it looks okay, but it just needs more added to it. I mean, once that happens, then it should, like right now, like to me, what I see is like the left side of the build, the right side of the build, and then a bridge, right? In my eyes, the bridge should be really something that blends the whole build together, and right now, to me, the bridge is just kind of like poking out as kind of like its own thing. So I definitely don't think he's done with it yet, but that's just what I think.
Oh no! It kind of looks like it's smiling. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think it might be these red boxes. They almost look like eyes, and then this looks like a nose, and then we've got the mouth down there. So I guess if those templates are removed, then maybe it will be less smiley. I'm also hoping that with the addition of some of these fence posts and things, and maybe bits dangling down, that could potentially help the situation. I mean, the bridge itself looks epic. This looks so cool, especially now that I've got all the fence posts in place. It looks so good. Like, I am so happy with how this looks when you're actually on the bridge. It's perfect. It is exactly what I wanted from the bridge. My only thing that I cannot escape from is the smile. I mean, it's gotten better with the fence posts.
It looks
Did
better.
I make the radius a little bit too...
than what it looked like
that seems
before.
realistic. Maybe I need more bridges. If there was like a bridge connecting this and then a bridge up at the top as well, maybe going from one side to the other, then it would feel less... maybe less smiley facey. Like there's one down at the bottom there, there's one there, there's one there. That could be the move. I'm honestly not sure. I think I need to spend some time thinking about some ideas on this one. What I will say is I'm really happy with the bridge. I like the design of the bridge.
Yeah, something like that is really something I need to plan out in advance. So
Just something needs to change to make it fit in with the build a little bit better. But despite this, I would still consider it an absolutely enormous success. This is fantastic. I'm so glad.
he's still probably
that I
gonna
managed to
fly
get this
from
thing
one end to
constructed.
the other.
And I'm so glad that I managed to get my pathways constructed. I'm so glad that I managed to get my custom trees constructed. I'm not that glad that I turned myself into a pig, but I am pretty glad that I now have a contract, which means that Grian's soul is eventually going to be mine, and hopefully I can solve the pig situation. And I'm especially glad that this Hermitcraft episode was super weird. You know, at the start when I said this wasn't going to be weird, not being weird is really boring. I prefer it strange. And on that note, I think it's time to end. See ya!
Wow, okay. Mum was like, yeah, I don't want this episode to be weird, and then he just goes on to be weird, and then I get confused, like, what are you doing? He said he didn't want to be weird. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, please give it a like, and I would highly suggest that you consider subscribing as well so you don't miss any of my uploads, and turn post notifications on. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys.